Have you done it?
Yes.
Yep. Right. Sorry about for the delay, guys, but hello and welcome to Racing Series F1 or RSF1 to be short. Here at round number, I can't remember what round number we're at. But anyway,
We went round Italy.
round Italy, whatever number it is, for the first division, as we see here racing tonight. I am your commentator and streamer with a quick slight change there, LR Blazer Guns, and with me for the first time and pretty much going to be with me for the rest of the season. Well, he will be the streamer, but for now he's the co-commentator, Monster Skyline. How are you doing, buddy?
I'm alright. I have got a bit of a question. Has anyone gone out on track for you yet? Because currently everyone's still in the pit lane.
No, nobody has gone out on track yet.
Okay, I was on the next show because I'm not sure if you're aware, I'm having slight internet issues, which is why I'm not streaming.
Okay, no problem. Hopefully we'll get that sorted out by next week in Singapore.
I came into the race lobby on the streaming account, and everyone was red bar, and I was like, this just isn't going to be good to watch. And I know you don't typically judge the bars, but if you see everyone red barring, that's not normally a good sign anyway.
Yeah, it's not a good sign.
No. But I don't really know much about the F1 tier. I pretty much got a driver standings table, and that's about as good as it gets.
Okie dokie.
And also,
You want to go through us? Okay. So you want to go through the last week's results for us quickly, and then after that go through the driver standings?
I'll try. Some of the names are a little bit blurry, but I'll do my best. So, last week's race winner, probably looking to capitalise around here. But I've heard he's a bit anxious for this track, because apparently he doesn't like I was going to call it a rouge, but it's not fucking a rouge. What's the other one called?
Radio?
Ascari. No, it's not. We're not at Belgium. It's Italy.
Oh, it's Ascari, yeah.
He's a bit nervous of.
I thought you were talking about last week.
Well, yeah, but he won last week's race, but he's nervous for this track because of Ascari. There we go.
Okay.
And that's RSF1 Easton. He's been looking to continue his rise up the championship table. Well, not at the top, but he's already at the top, but defend the lead. There we go. And then you got Stig Dyslexic in second from last week. Third was Pigeon Munch. Fourth was RSF1 Lando. Fifth was Des Romber. Sixth was Kid Cuddy. Seventh was, I'm not going to lie, that looks like it says XFR Turtle.
That is XFR Turbo.
Oh, is that Turbo? It looks like Turtle.
Turbo.
Eighth was Midzi. Ninth was AAF 070MB. Cool, not pronouncing that. And in 10th, getting the last point, was Natdog 2005. Do you want a quick driver's standings, or we don't do not play that?
Yeah, just go through the Drivers' Championship.
Okay, we'll go through it quickly. At the top, as I said, is RSF1 Easton, with 192 points to it, but also a 35-point lead to RSF1 Lando. Behind him, you have Corey Mansell, Marshall, we'll get there, on 134, Midzi on 118, Stig Dyslexic on 92, Pigeon Munch closely behind on 90, RSF1 Hutch on 80, RSF1 Mansell on 75, Kikudi on 65, Dave Rombus on 62, Comic Brezina, I'm pronouncing that wrong, 49 points, XFR Turbo on 34, Nate Dog on 33, RSF1 Vettel on 25, Pickles on 24, IGN Legends on 19, Vettel SF71H on 18, and then the bottom two of Zizu MX, if I'm pronouncing that wrong, and then the last place point scorer is Aldaf 070MB, I think it's pronounced. I don't know. I give it an effort. But that is your standings.
Which one?
Aldaf. Yeah.
Yeah, Aldaf. Yeah.
It looks really weird. I'm not gonna lie. It's a very bizarre thing to read. Is he?
Yeah, don't worry.
Yes, he is. Damn it.
Right, hello everybody in the stream and in the chat, in the steerage. Hello Buzz, saying come on Mitzi and Mansell. Of course, for also driving in McLaren in one of the, I think in F2, I think it is. Barry Turner saying go to work George. See what's saying Michael Weebick glitchy. Whose mic is that? Is that mine, the main streamer, or is it the co-coms? If it's a co-coms, then it's, I think it's just a glitch with the thing where we have to stream it on the Xbox and stuff like that. So we don't know.
I've
but
got an absolutely
our first lap is in
audio glitch.
Yeah, we always love them. But a first lap in already, and that is from RSF1 Mansell in the Paprika McLaren's hitting a 1:28.9 there. We've got a Red Bull coming across the line, which was on his out lap. Who's actually on that lap?
Nate Dogg,
we got Yellow Fix.
There you go, with a 120
Nat Dog, there we go, a 20-point flat
Nat
there.
Dog, okay, Nat Dog is it? Okay.
By Nat Dog. So that was a great lap from the Haas driver. Smokey McBates. He is on a lap. I love that name. And he's actually in the pits. We've got Williams just starting his lap of Kid Cudi. Oh, and that is off the track into the gravel in at the exit, the first Lesmo there from IGN Legends in the Racing Point. But yeah, just to give you a rundown, of course this is tier 1. We already had tier the 5th division, Division 5, Division 3 and Division 2 already been around here. Quite a good few races. A good possible chance for a safety car or a virtual safety car around this track at the Temple of Speed. So no matter what, I think we're definitely going to get some straight line speed. As we see Legends blitzing it down the straight now. Come towards the first chicane as we ride on board with the Racing Point driver. Looks up the front right there into the first chicane, and then easy on the traction on the exit there of the chicane. You can lose the rear end, but keeps it nice and tidy. Now going through the right hander of Grande, if I think that is right. Then going, of course, over 200 miles per hour, coming towards the chicane, second chicane, locks up the left front slightly, but managed to keep the car in track and panic with personal best in the middle segment. Now into the Lesmo. The first Lesmo, you can see a bit too much of the grass on the entry in the first segment, and then into the second Lesmo. Nice and tidy there. Opens the DRS down this second DRS straight now, as we can see the driver getting ready, getting the car on the right hand side, looking at brake marker boards. Now starts to brake into a sky, moves to the quick left to the right, and then back to the left again. You want to be careful when you put the power on. You could easily lose the rear end there, or hit the curb too much and lose the rear end. Now down the straight, in towards the final corner. Everybody's favourite, the power Bolliger. Onto the power he goes with a lovely exit. Now, full throttle, gear 8, 199 miles per hour, and goes quickest with a 1:19.3. Great stuff there from the Racing Point driver.
I've got a question for you, Dan.
Okay.
Do you think
Right.
there's potentially going to be rain? Because why else would 2 people set laps on mediums in Q1?
I don't know. I'd love to have the weather update.
Yeah, I think there might be rain in the race tonight.
If there's rain in the race, this will spice things up. Oh, this RSC cuts, turns it too early into a Scary and invalidates his lap. Not great stuff there for Zero Williams driver. We see who Sync Dyslexic, our reigning F1 champion. Of course, he has got. Did you say he got second place last weekend in Belgium?
Who was that, sorry?
Sync Dyslexic.
Yes.
Yes, we've got second place in Belgium last week out. We want to go for another podium. It goes purple, or maybe purple, but possibly personal best in the first sector. Now going through the middle sector into the Lesmo.
Oh, he's invalidated.
And invalidates, takes on wide on the exit of the second Lesmo, which invalidates the slab. We got Message popping up there from Kid Cudi. I'm going to be slow in quality with this full wet setup on it. Doesn't, well, I think that's confirmation there. Thank you, Cudi.
That's made things very interesting. I'm not gonna lie, like, it's not often you see a wet race around here. Like, these can't happen anyway, but I look forward to seeing this.
Smokey McBates in the Red Bull driver goes in fastest with a 20.3 on the soft tyres.
I'll tell you what, I wish I was.
Is this the first time?
I can't do these laps in Q3,
Yeah.
never mind Q1.
Which, this is your first time commentating with me in F1, ain't it? You have done commentary, I'm guessing, on some of the other divisions?
I used to do F Monday. I can't remember which one that is.
Monday?
Yes. I think that's F2.
That is F3. That is
F3, okay.
Monday is F3. That is my division. The division I drive in.
Yes, it is, yes. Good point.
Yes.
I think I've interviewed you a couple of times.
Possibly. There's only been a few times I've been on the commentary box during mid-qualifying. Mostly I had one in Belgium, I had one in Netherlands at the time. But yeah. Ooh, these runners. Invalidates this lap on the exit of the first lesson. But, yeah, so...
I don't know much about the
just to give...
It's literally, like...
Oof.
There's literally like one team I don't watch.
Right, let me just give you an up-to-date. Currently, the Mercedes are dominating with Easton and Lando. Of course, they are... That's why the Mercedes are top of the Constructors' Championship in Division 1. And also, that's why the two teammates of Easton and Lando are 1 and 2 in the drivers. Qualifying is close. We get a lot of close qualifying times around in each race we've been to at the moment, and the racing has been very close as well, and they never disappoint. They always have. This is probably the reason why they have never disappointed, because they know they're the top tier. A lot of people are watching, and they're proven the reason why they're in the top.
Yeah, I mean, they're like people to aim for, aren't they? Like, you look at some of the IGN legends or something like that. Like, a lot of people look up to him and be like, I want to be as quick as that guy. I want to put the effort in to be as quick as him. Like, a lot of these people probably don't realise it, but they're idols for other people.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially someone maybe like Easton, someone who's young and talented already. Let's be honest, like within league racing, like, he's achieved so much.
Yes.
Oh, there's a Williams in the wall.
Young Scotsman, that is a Williams in the wall, as you said, and that is ARS Zizou has a spin at the exit of the second chicane there. As we go back on board with the young Scotsmen, as you were saying, RSF1 Easton going around the final corner at the Parabolica. RSR Harsh has retired in the session in qualifying as he knows he's safe and coming to cross the line. Third fastest with a 1:19.3 there. So great stuff there. Corey Marshall, actually, we didn't see that. Corey Marshall in the AlphaTauri, we know he's got great pace around quite a few tracks. I say quite a few tracks. He has got really good pace. He's currently gone fastest in Q1 here with 3.5 minutes to go with a 1:18.8.
Pigeon has just come to finish with his lap as well. I think he's behind. He's behind the broken Williams. I think just coming into the pit lane.
Yep, Williams is in the pits, and here comes the Mr. Pitcher Munch. Catch the pigeon in the hat. Coming across the line.
Very nice lap.
It's a 19.2. Goes third fastest.
Corey Marshall though must be loving life at top 10. 4 tenths ahead of everyone else currently.
Yes, definitely loving life at the moment. As we... Right, let's go right on board with Aldaf going through Lesmo. The second Lesmo. On the lap in the Scuderia Ferrari. Of course, driving for the home team. Driving for the Tifosis. The Tifosis are here to watch the Ferraris do well. I don't know how well the Ferrari drivers have been this season around Italy. hopefully he has a good race here for them.
Ferrari,
We
no
can
one
see the
likes
Italian
Ferrari.
fans. As we probably could hopefully see the Ferrari fans going absolutely mental with that car coming across the line now, and goes only 11th fastest with a 1:19.9.
He looks to be struggling a little bit at the minute, but I'm sure they might be able to find something later on in the session. I don't know. Actually, I do know how he's doing in the standings. He's quite low down, but he'll be looking to try and get a few points to slowly work his way up.
Yeah,
it's never too
definitely.
late.
As we see ARS Zizou retired in quality, so that's his qualifying done already. The minute 50 to go. He's qualifying in 18th. As we see Sync Dyslexic in currently 16th place, crossing the line. 7th fastest with a 19.5 for the Banana Team Renault.
Tomic is just behind as well, who invalidated his last lap, but he's starting another one, and he's going for it, so I'm going to keep an eye on him to see what he does.
Let's see who's on a lap. Well, nearly finishing their lap. Oh, he's just started his lap.
It looks to be a Mercedes.
He is 2 seconds down. He's 1 second down. Right, let's just stay on board. Right, who was the car ahead? I'd like to see. Is that Renault or at least Rhombus is going to be the first car to.
Well, Tomic's just ahead of him, so Tomic was that lap for Rhombus.
Yep, Tomic Rosina ahead.
But I feel like
right behind the Renault.
Faster lap because he hasn't set a lap yet, whereas Tomic has invalidated the lap, so they just might go a bit quicker here. In a bit of a
As we see teamwork from the Renault there. Dyslexic giving his teammate D's Rhombus the tow down this second DRS straight into Ascari. Takes it very well there. As he goes down the long back straight coming towards the parabolica. Back onto the power. Here we go.
Tomic and Rhombus again.
And across the line, and it is 5th fastest for the Renault driver, 19.3. So great teamwork there from the Ferrari team. Tomic Rosina will go for another lap after invalidating. Lando is currently in the drop zone and improving his lap, to be fair. Qualifying one has finished now. Now, RSF1 Lando comes across the line. He goes 4th fastest for the 1:19.2. So the Mercedes team are into qualifying 2 so far. Kit Cudi is under pressure. He could be, well, under throw, getting eliminated in case Smoking McBates and Tom Brezina could improve their lap. But it is actually Kit Cudi ahead of him to finish.
As long as Kit Cudi can
finish
this lap, he's 3 steps up currently, so as long as he can set this lap, he'll be solid.
Yep.
But then if he comes in not up to someone like Mitzi, who might get knocked out, Smokey and Tomic can improve.
Yeah, definitely. We know Mitzi. I know Mitzi. I've watched him quite a few times. He is a really quick driver, so seeing him not going to be knocked down Q1 will be a bit unfortunate there. But Kit Cudi goes 9th fastest with a 1:19.5. And Smokey McBates is out of qualifying. He has ran out of fuel.
Yeah, it's not ideal, but
so Mitzi is safe. So, at the end of qualifying 1, we have lost ARS Zizou MX, Smokey McBates, and Aldaf 070MB. See a little formation happening there between the Mercedes and the Red Bull for some reason.
That was quite
should be
to watch.
That is very weird. Very weird.
Who are we bringing in opinion on for a little chit chat?
I don't know. I don't know who we could bring in.
But it'd be Zizou, whatever it is, Smokey or Albert. So.
Let's bring in Aldaf. Let's bring him in.
Let's see if I can find him on my videos to be played with. Because game's loading.
Let's see if he joins the party. If he joins the party, then we give him a little interview before, well, as Q2 goes along. See Thank you, Phil. 13 viewers at the moment. Hello to you all.
A little bit of a Jacksepticeye impression when he first started YouTube. Hello, you beautiful people.
Hello, you beautiful people.
Oh, I miss the old Jack. I do miss him. He's gone a bit calmer these days.
Never really watched the video. We get Q2 underway in any second now.
Aldaf has no mic.
Aldaf has no mic. Okie dokie. Let's just we'll see who gets knocked out in Q2, and we bring somebody in Q2. Yeah, I would say that.
I'm gonna see if I can get a little bit of information though.
Okay. Two cars are coming out on track already. We have got the black Mercedes car of RSF1 Eastern on the medium tires, and the Paprika McLaren of RSF1 Mansell.
Oh, I can't remember how to fix this. I've got the no audio thing again.
Pause it and unpause it.
There we go, thank you.
Hey.
Easton's going to be the first one to settle up as he's just overtaken Mansell.
Yes, he is.
They're having a pre-race racing.
Pardon? Sorry if anything I actually got my dinner right in front of me, which is a good old pizza garlic bread.
I sent the message to Aldaf after he said he has no mind. I'll put any words after Polly, on the race, or anything that we should know. I've got a nice little response, so not really.
Lovely. Nice and short.
Great. Lovely interview. Sales Aldaf, there's not really anything to know.
Papaya, not paprika. I've always known it as paprika, not papaya. Okay, it's papaya. But Easton in the black Mercedes.
That's
Driver to
racist.
set that.
I'll say that.
No, it's not. Not if the car's that colour.
Yeah, very true.
Loophole.
You could just turn around and say the Patronus Mercedes instead of the black one Mercedes. But to be fair, one of the things I've put in the black hours, so it's not racist. I just like pulling notes.
And of course, it's been a while, but if anybody did hear the news, Toto has announced that Mercedes are keeping the black livery for next year as well.
Are they? Ooh.
Yeah.
To be honest, I kind of hope it stays. I prefer the darker colours on that. The bar.
I do like the darker colours on the Mercedes. It's better than the silver hours. But the silver just looks bland.
Just look at the blue on
like
it.
it.
Like the blue goes well on the black, but the blue.
Oh yeah. Oh, Eastern.
Oh, that was close. That was only just.
Escari cuts him out.
The blue just stands out on it. Also, it's got a little bit of red on it. If they could add a little bit of red as well, that's one texture car.
Yep. So on board with RSF1 Mansell in the Papaya McLaren. Behind Easton, getting a little toe from him, comes across the line on the meters. It is a 20.2.
Solid, that very solid.
But Pigeon Munch goes fastest with a 20 flat on the softs.
I thought he said
But then
Mantle's on mediums. What's my screen's on softs?
Yep, Mansell is on mediums. Pigeon Munch does his lap on softs. Dyslexic went fastest. Was fastest on the soft tires with a 19.4. But then, of course, Midseed came from was behind him and went and do a 19 flat on the soft tires. Finally got my words out there.
He would have been bigger than
And
this,
then Corey Marshall hits with a 189.
Oh, there's a McLaren that stopped on the track. I'm not sure if he's just moving out the way or whether we had a bit of a moment, but
Good try there, Corey Marshall. I saw what you're trying to do, but very hard to avoid those bullets. You try to do that. Ooh, very close.
my TV's loud. My TV's. Go away. So, who do you think would be on pole in Q3? I know we're only Q2, but who do you think would get pole on this early stage?
Oof.
Very early to ask, I know, but I like to throw random curveballs. Nice line.
I will probably say. I will probably say Marshall might be in trouble.
Wait, who, sorry?
He's living on pace. Corey Marshall in the avatar.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say as well. After what he did in Q1, that lap is rapid.
He is really on pace so far. And he's doing quite well.
I think Needles here looks to be on a bit of a play. He's taking some really good lines, making the most of the track limits. As he shows it
had a little toe down the DRS, second DRS straight from Corey Marshall, and then a little toe from his teammate.
Look how close that is
An
between him and Corey.
18-9.
Very close between them two.
Oh, very close. Very, very close.
I wonder what Giant Gen Legends though, because on my screen he's the only person on mediums, so I want to see how he does.
Ooh,
Very nice.
Harsh. Invalidate his lap on the exit of Ascari.
I'm going to grab a quick drink. Excuse me if you can hear my bag moving around, because I haven't actually taken it out of the bag.
Mr. Easton's coming across the final corner at the Parabolica to finish off his lap. It is a 1:20.2, which is 10th fastest. And now we go on board with Mr. RSR Hush. Coming towards the final chicane. Goes breaking down from going from 200 miles per hour and invalidates his lap.
I love it when you build up a map so much, like you're building up and then you're building up and it's like, yeah, this is so quick, so quick, so quick, and validates the final corner.
Oh, Legends! What a save! Legends loses his rear end slightly on the exit of Ascari and nearly lost the rear end fully, but saved it. Corey Marshall goes even quicker with a 1:18.08, 1:18.80.
You really are stumbling over your words today. Jesus.
Yeah. I really stumble my words when I get excited.
I'll bear that in mind. I'll make sure I'm not. I was about to say, I'll make sure I mock you for it in the race. I'll just gradually make a little bit fun, a little bit of banter, but then I can just go and fuck up that. So, God's sake. Oh.
And Tomic Brezina, the only Ferrari in Q2 driving for the Tifosi, is currently gone 5th fastest with a 1:19.1. The Ferrari fans are happy, but they want to be even more happier. They want to see that Ferrari at the front of the grid. At the moment, he can make it into Q3 as long as nobody else has improved their lap. But we know he's going to be under threat with a load of other people who's going to set their laps quicker. We've got Sync Dyslexic coming out on track. We still got Lando to improve. Lando could improve his time by a few tenths or so. Kid Cudi as well. Pretty much everybody quite low down the field can make their way out. But at the moment in the dropout zone with 6 minutes and 39 to go. We have got RSF1 Easton, RSF1 Mansell, Dazed Rhombus, RSR Harsh and IGNX Legends, which Rhombus has started his lap. And thank you, Gruntustafi, or as we other people like to say, Grunty,
darling.
he has just Grunty darling. He has just subscribed with the Twitch Prime, and well, he has subscribed for 6 months, and that is on a 3-month streak. Welcome and thank you, Grunty.
I just noticed something though. I just looked on the standings for this division. If things go Corey Marshall's way today, Corey Marshall could actually jump Lando in the standings.
Yes, he can.
I was just curious about that because I noticed that Corey's going strong and he's third in the standings. And currently, I'm not saying it'll stick this way, but Lando is somewhat struggling a little bit.
Yep. Stage Wonders has invalidated that. He's going for another one. But in other news, somebody has improved their lap to a 19 flat. It is Catch the Pigeon in the Haas. Third fastest at the moment. He's only just quicker than Mitzi. He can stay on board with the Renault driver of Dazed Wombus. Currently in the drop zone, in 13th place. We have got 5 minutes and 1 to go. Here in Q2. Still in the dropout, we have got Easton, Mansell, Rhombus, Hush and Legends. They are under threat. Of course, so is Napdog and Cuddy. Lando and Dyslexic and Brazina, I would say, are under threat of being eliminated in Q2.
Ooh.
So we stay on board with the Renault driver coming through. Ascari now. And invalidates again. That's Ascari. He is really hating that corner right now.
I was just watching on board with IJ Legends while he was doing his lap to Steve. Set a lap. Went into turn 1 fairly deep. It wasn't horrific, it's just not ideal, but I'm looking to see how he does. He's still pushing, so he obviously still believes. Lots of back end. Which you Hush, not Hush, Legends as well.
I was on board when that happened.
It's not an ideal lap at all, but he's invalidated.
When he's invalidated. Alright, onto Arsa Hush in the Red Bull. Coming through Ascari now into the final sector. And invalidates.
What a line that was.
And cuts the Ascari chicane quite a bit. 19 viewers, hello everybody.
I know the term I said Red Bull gives you wings, but he is surely taking a PP now.
No comment. I can't say anything right now because I am the team principal of Red Bull. So I'm not saying anything.
I drive for Williams, so, you know, the former toothpaste car.
Yeah, you got... Oh, tell me about it. I was Williams for the last 2 seasons, so you can see how glad I was when I got Red Bull.
I mean, I don't mind Williams. It's something a little bit different. I just think it looks boring. I just don't like the plain white-looking cars, and there's so many of them that do. And Mansell's got one. He's retired. He's out.
Mansell's in the wall. Mansell. Let's see who's on and on board. Alright, here we go.
He's going through.
Turbo, when he kicks up to it, it is at the Ascari. You can see the car where it is. Into the barrier that is. Well into it as well.
He was going for Ascari, and he managed to get the left-hander quite nicely, but then he brought too much curve on the inside for the right-hander, and it just sent him sideways when he should be turning left. But he put him straight into the wall, and that's it, session over. And he'd be starting P12 at best.
Hush and Legends, they are really struggling. They keep invalidating their laps. Still haven't set a lap yet. Dominic Brazina retires in the pits. There's Wombus out on fresh softs, about to start his lap. He's got Williams in front of him, which is Kid Cuddy, who validated his lap. We've got Legends. Yeah.
Easton.
Legends now really. Yes, he does. Now Legends invalidates again at the first Lesmo, and that will be it for him. Oh, and that is definitely it for him. And that is a big crash for the Racing Point driver. Crashes out in qualifying 2 here at the second Lesmo. Easton on board with the black Mercedes car, goes purple in the first sector by 7/10. He is flying right now. He is pushing everything he's got. He's got Turbo behind him, and then his teammate Lando behind him as well.
Okay, but Easton,
But here goes Easton, around the parabolica he goes. crosses the line. He goes 5th. Where Lando is in the pits. As we see RSR Hush finally gets a set a lap. Goes second quickest with a 1:18.9. That has pushed Kid Cudi into the dropout zone. And that dog.
Kid Cudi's going on the final
Bombers.
corner.
Yep, Kid Cudi around the final corner. Improved this lap, but it's not quick enough. But Dave's Wombers finally gets a set a lap and goes 6th fastest. Mitzi goes fastest with a 1:18.5 there. Fastest in this session. So Sync Dyslexic is now in the drop, so is going to be eliminated. That dog is coming across the line.
Ooh, not enough.
Improved, but it's not enough. The only driver who could knock out the Ferrari driver, and he locks up.
I don't think Cudi was pushing anyway, because when he crossed the start of he had 8% EMS, so even if he did keep pushing, he would have had EMS to finish the lap.
Yeah, definitely. So, out of qualifying 2, we have lost Sync Dyslexic in the Banana Car Renault. Kid Cudi for the Frank Williams car. Yeah, obviously I never said that. Nat Dog in the pain in the ass Haas. RSF1 Mansell in the Papaya McLaren. And IGN Legends in the pink Mercedes, or the Racing Point, or Tracing Point in 15th, who didn't set a lap.
So, who do you want for this then?
Let's get Mansell in here.
Okay, where is Mansell? Invite to party. There you go. Hopefully he'll join and have a little word with us.
Hopefully he'll join. We could get a little interview with him.
If he doesn't join, we haven't got a very good reputation with the drivers today.
So, at the end of qualifying 2, Mitzi goes fastest, Corey Marshall 2nd, Hush 3rd, Diggles 4th, Pigeon Munch 5th, Rhombus 6th, Easton 7th, Turbo 8th, Lando 9th, Tomic Rosina 10th. And out in Q2, we have lost Sync Dyslexic, Kid Cudi, Nat Dog, RSF1 Mansell, and IGNX Legends.
To be fair, looking at RSF1 Mansell's time, yes, it was on the mediums, but I think even if it was on the softs, with how close to, well, not that close, but with the time difference between the softs and the mediums, I still don't think it made it through anyway. Looking at the time and what the estimated delta is between the two tyres, like, he would have struggled to have got through anyway, I think.
Possibly, but as I was saying, for the last few races or so, well, of course, not the last few races, I missed 2 of them. I missed Silverstone and the one before that. I was back in commentary last week, but qualifying has in the first division has always been close. The first car out on track will be RSR Harsh on medium tyres. We have got a comment on the stream from Kid Cudi. That was like driving in reverse down the straight, so slow, top speed. For wet set, what do you expect?
GP2 engine.
Hello, Brundle. GP2 engine. GP2.
So, here's a question though. I'm a bit of a noob, okay?
Yeah.
So, when I see the game, I load my dry stuff. I raised my iPad by 2 clicks on each, like 2 on the front, 2 on the rear. And that's about it. And also the roll bar to decrease the rear roll bars. What else do you think some of these other drivers that are more experienced and know what they're doing and stuff might change?
Good question.
I thought you might have an answer, to be honest.
They'll do. I was about to answer that now.
Okay.
They'll change the tyre pressures, the brake balance, the brake pressures. The suspension, the differential, the front wing, the rear wing, everything really. The whole thing in the setup guide. The setup bit, they will change everything.
Oh. Well,
because the car responds differently from the dry to the wet.
It does, yes. But I just don't know if that's like make that cool. I'm just like, I can set up on theory.
I always go on time trial and nick a setup from whoever's the quickest, but quickest without any assist, and just whack it on and test it. I pretty much got like a setup for every track, every dry setup for every track, and a wet setup for every track.
There we go, guys. I leave it till like a day or two before, and then I was like, right, which one of my friends do I trust to have this themselves?
Yeah.
I mean, I have one person I normally go to and say, can I trust your TT setup? And he'll say yes or no, because he uses TT to throw people off at fake setups. So I often get setups. Yeah. I'm not going to say who it is because I don't know if he wants me to say.
Thou shall not be named.
Yes. In case people are using the setups are actually good. You know, and then I just kind of say, oh, this guy's setups are actually fake. And I'm just like, oh, crap.
RSF1 was the first driver to go for a lap, and of course it's going to try to go for the mediums, and invalidates at Ascari again. That corner of Ascari really throwing a lot of people off.
Mitzi though, he's going quick. There you go, 18.5.
Mitzi has gone quick. I think he pretty much matched his Q2 time there, nearly, I think.
You know what?
Troy Marshall with an 18.8. Easton with an 18.9.
Probably our favourite to get pole. But Mitzi.
Sink Diggles!
Diggles has to crack in time.
Diggles come out over with an 18.7. Somebody going to launch an appeal there for the Racing Point, saying they're using Mercedes compartments. F1 joke.
It is. I do question Racing Point's car. Like, how much of it, like what they say, is true? They just say, oh, we just copied it from Ferrari. Did you, or did you get given into something?
I don't know, to be fair.
Like, cause there's that whole conspiracy going around, like, what's the truth?
Yeah.
I don't know what the truth is. I won't say what the truth is, but it's kind of like Ferrari's been doing so this shit compared to last year, with the fact that they got caught cheating. I don't know.
Well, according to Benito, he's saying that the Ferrari engine is going to be a lot more better next year. Yeah, we heard that somewhere before.
It will be better next year. It still won't be as good as Mercedes. It'll just be like that's second quicker.
But come on. Where have we heard that before? Oh wait, the start of this season, pretty much last year.
Honda.
Last year they said that.
Don't forget Honda as well.
Oh, Honda has been. Oh yeah, but Honda at the moment. Oh,
it's probably the best engine to have at the minute, like for power and reliability.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, don't get me wrong, Mercedes are proving that they're the best all-round car. But if I was like a team principal and you gave me a choice between Mercedes engine or Honda, I think at the minute I'd take Honda.
Alright.
Plus it sounds nicer in my opinion, so that's always a bonus.
Yes. Honda has got a nice sounding engine. Oh!
Oh, who's that? Is that Hush?
That was Hush! I was on board with him from a second there as he was mid-spin. I went off him and I just realised he went for a mid-spin at Ascari.
Ooh,
but managed to catch the car.
Hush going off the track was put off extra car turbos after turbos invalidated for running wide. Because I think he might have been caught out a little bit by Hush coming off.
Possibly, yeah, but wow. Hush did a really great job there of saving the car and not going into the barrier.
Yeah. Especially the momentum.
Mr. Pigeon Munch. Yep. Let's ride on board with Mr. Pigeon Munch, or catch the pigeon in the house on his lap. Now, I've watched this guy race.
He's not
and he has been doing... Yes, he's not pushing at the moment. but he has done quite well for him so far this season. He has been having great race results and great qualifying positions. He's there at the right moments at the right time. And I don't know, I can't remember if he's actually got a podium or not.
I don't know.
I think he has. I'm not too sure. At the moment, he's been driving terrifically this season. We've got a little comment there from Mr. Prost. Hello, Prost. Alright, Prost. He says, Honda is a good engine, but is... I'm guessing that means lacking, not lagging. Lacking in power and has multiple ERS issues. Well, that is slightly true, yes. But not as bad as... Pardon?
The electrical power isn't really through the engine. That's a different system. The engine itself is fine. That the electrical deployment and that sort of mechanism isn't really through the engine. It's more like a side component, because the engine doesn't rely on the electrical part to function.
Yeah.
If that kind of makes sense. I might be wrong with that, but that's the way I see the ERS. I've been
Who knows?
that part.
So the first car out on track with about 3 minutes and 57 to go is Mr. Diggles on an outlet.
Who do you think Paul Melvin? I know I said Corey Marshall earlier, but do you think Corey Marshall can beat that 1:18.5? Or is he going to?
I think Corey Marshall could improve his lap here, but at the moment, Mizzy is going quickest with a 1:18.5.
It's going to be hard to beat, I
think
think.
Diggles is about to... Yeah, it's going to be hard to beat. We got a comment from the RSF1 Racing Twitch account, which is owned by none other than Mr. RSF1 Brando. He says, Hush nearly joined the Ascari car park made by me. Too bad I didn't get to see the car park, Brando. I probably would have laughed if I did. RS Frost in the chat saying the energy system is a massive part of the engine. Without it, there's 160 brake horsepower down. Yeah, that's true.
That's true, but the way I see it, the main components of an engine, if one thing goes missing, then the engine stops working. That's how I see an engine. Whereas the electrical deployment, I don't see that as part of the engine. I see it like a side component of the engine, if that makes sense. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm probably wrong. I'm not a very good person.
Hush. Not Hush. Diggles went purple in the middle sector, but then invalidates at Ascari.
I've got a question for you. Well, I want to. I've been asking a few people this, but I don't think I've asked you. From this season, you know the one-off races that we've had, like Magello, Imola, Portimao, whatever it's called.
Which track would I like to see?
Which one would you keep? And you're only allowed to keep one of them.
Nürburgring.
I've not included Nürburgring because we've had it quite recently. I mean, like one we've not had ever or for a long time.
Oh, ever?
Well, or in a long time, so we can count Imola. We've had it before, but not for a long time.
Yeah. Imola, Mugello,
Portimao, whatever it's called.
Portimao or Algarve. That is a good question. I think I'll go with Mugello.
See, I think the same Magello with that Portimao track, because that Portimao track, I think it was the majority through the weather. That race, I could watch even and it was good. It was good to watch.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think for me, I'll go Mugello.
Legendary motorbike track, I know that as really, to be fair.
Yeah. But in overall, of like the tracks that hasn't, but there's only one track I would love to see come back to the proper F1 calendar, and that is Nürburgring.
Yeah.
Scrap Hockenheimring, just bring back Nürburgring, because I love the Nürburgring. Nürburgring is my favourite track. I would rate that the best track ever in Germany, better than Hockenheim.
I would love to see an F1 car do not necessarily a flat out lap, but a cruising lap because of the the banking and the bumps and that, but doing the full Nürburgring with the Nordschleife, that would just be
The Nordschleife and these guys are going to be very difficult. I mean, it's hard to overtake right now. I mean, I watched the 24-hour Nordschleife, and that is very difficult. Mitzi's crashed it.
I called this.
Mitzi has crashed it at the exit of the first chicane.
That's very rare place to crash it. I've not seen any people crash it there. That's very unique.
Mitzi, what have you done?
But the Corey Marshall's invalidated. Corey Marshall cannot improve.
We're on board with Dave Roberts, who's on the lap.
He'll be looking to try and get past Mitzi without. Well, now Mitzi can't set an improved lap. But Mitzi could still keep hold, which is always a possibility. And he's invalidated.
And Dave Roberts has invalidated. Hush! It's the next car to cross. Well, coming towards the Ascari now and invalidates.
Turbo's on the lap as well. Turbo's going around the final corner.
Turbo on the lap. Going around the final corner.
Nope, not improved. Well, he has a little bit.
Lando is done. So that is qualifying finish.
That's the
crashed out McLaren of Mitzi takes pole position with Sink Diggles in second place, lining up alongside him. In third place we will have Dazed Rhombus with Corey Marshall next to him. In fifth place we have got RSF1 Eastern, and in sixth we have got RSR Hush. Seventh place we have got Tomic Brazina for the Tifosi team of the Scuderia Ferrari.
Excuse me.
That's okay. In 8th place we have got Mr. Pigeon Munch in the Haas. 9th place the Alpha Romeo of XFR Turbo in 9th. And in 10th place is RSF1 Lando in the Mercedes. Wow. That could, with the race, that could possibly hinder him for the race. With the condition, that's the conditions going to be.
We don't know whether it's going to be full wets from start to finish. All we know is it's going to be full wets at some point. It's always going to be a majority of the race, otherwise, you know, what's the point in running a wet setup?
Oh, yeah.
There's no point in running a wet setup, it's only going to be for the first 10 minutes of the race.
Yeah, true.
But I have got a question for you, which I often ask. People have probably heard me ask this before, but I think
it's full wets, mate.
Ask you. It looks like it, yeah. But you can have a look at the grid. You can go on the race director and have a look at the grid. But who do you think will be the driver that gains the most places? Like, who's maybe low down that you think might gain like 10 paces maybe, or even capitalise on people's mistakes if a lot of people crash and survive?
Good question. I think Mansell can, for sure. Legends could possibly can.
You are looking at the back people though, really, aren't you? Like Smokey, it's just like, will Smokey keep the pace? Will Smokey keep going? And Diggles is left in sessions, so Diggles...
Can you invite him back in?
Yes. Diggles is going to miss the race start a little bit because of the joining time. I think he missed the first 2 or 3 corners, I think.
We don't know. But yeah, probably Mansell Legends. Maybe... I could possibly Smokey McBates. I've never seen Smoking McBates race at the moment, so we don't know how well Smokey will do. Aldaf, I don't know. Zizou, it's hard to call. To be,
it is a hard
to be honest.
To answer.
It is hard to call.
Because it's always easy to say, like, who do you think is going to be on the podium? Who do you think will win and stuff like that? But who's going to be the most improved driver?
But I think,
like the Twitter driver of the day. Yeah, that's something we've now got to look at.
I probably would say Mansell, maybe Legends, possibly Sync Dyslexic. Even though he's starting 11th, he could definitely make his way up the grid. Lando as well. who's starting in 10th? Maybe. We don't know. I know last time, well, not last time, in these conditions, it was not these conditions, it wasn't full wets, it was intermediate conditions for the S03 race in Netherlands at the Dutch Grand Prix, and for the third division. And it was raining at the whole race, dry qualifying, but raining the whole race. So I just used the whole wet setup, got knocked down in Q1, qualified 17th, where Smokey McBates is. And I went on a humongous charge, and at the end of the race, I finished 4th place, right behind RS Toto Wolf, who finished 3rd.
It's going to be very interesting to see as well, one thing, like, because we've had a dry quali, and a lot of people don't practice wets that often. I know some people will, but a lot of people don't. How many people will make mistakes going into turn 1 with very little driving time in the wet so far? Like, well, we've had no driving time in the wet so far, so the breaking point is a lot earlier than people might think.
Yes, the breaking up is going to be a lot earlier. Yeah, we'll have to slow down a lot more quicker. Yes, Toto, I know you beat me, but to be fair, it was a close race. Between us in the Dutch Grand Prix, it was close. I was catching you.
Oh, the fight talk is starting.
Yeah, you just had a better straight line speed than I had.
Let's start the fight talk a little bit more. So you're going to be in Singapore?
No.
I've been. It's meant to start like
World
War 3 or something. I don't know.
Nah, my pace around at the moment in F3 hasn't been well. I've been having a big slump. I mean, my race last week in Italy deserves a B8. Well, my race in Italy on Monday should have been a lot more better. I shouldn't finish where I was. I deserved to be points, but just had a problem there. But I know I could have got a lot more points. But yes, Toto, I do deserve a podium. At some point, I will get one. I mean, I had a couple of pole positions, or just one. I'm not too sure. But I will. I will run a podium at some point. But let's get the grid rundown. So in 18th position, we have got ARS Zizou in MX in the Williams Racing. In 17th place, we have got Smokey McBates. I think Smokey is a reserve driver or a new driver for the Red Bull. I'm not too sure. In the Red Bull in 17th. Aldaf, the lowest driving Tifosi car in the Ferrari in 16th place. IGN Legends in the Racing Point Pink Mercedes in 15th place. In the Papaya McLaren is RSF1 Mansell in 14th. In the pain in the ass Haas, we have got Nat Dog in 13th. Kid Cudi in the other Williams in 12th. And then we got Sync Dyslexic in the banana car Renault in 11th. RSF1 Lando in the black Mercedes in 10th. In the Alfa Romeo, we have got XFR Turbo in 9th. Pigeon, Catch the Pigeon or Mr. Pigeon Munch in the pain in the ass Haas is starting in 8th. And Tomic Brezina driving for the Scuderia Ferrari and the Tifosis here in their home Grand Prix in 7th place. Asa Hush is in the Red Bull, starting in 6th place with RSF1 Eastern in the black Mercedes in 5th. Roy Marshall in the Alfa Tari in 4th place with Dave Rombers in the banana Renault in 3rd. St. Giggles is in the pink Mercedes Racing Point or Tracing Point in 2nd place, and our pole sitter in the Papaya McLaren mid-seat 15.
Good timing that. Let's get onto the grid.
I always have perfect time when I do these every now and again.
I'm going to try and keep an eye on the midfield. I think I'll probably jump on board with Lando and we'll see how the mid-pack get away.
Okay.
I'm going right in the thick of it. I don't like doing it in racing, but love it in comms because you always see someone make a mistake.
Yeah. Right. As we get ready for the race. I'd love to have a better camera view. Here we go. 5 red lights. And it's lights out and away we go for the terminal speed in Monza. Missy looks like a very good start there. He was spun down and loses a couple of positions. Quite a few points of coordinations happening quite a few around. But at the moment, Corey Marshall's trying to attack Mitzi into turn 1. But it's keeping it nice and clean as everybody's starting to pull. And it's those three are already pulled away from everybody behind them. But at the moment, we've got Mitzi under threat now by RSR Hush trying to go around the long way around that curve of Grande. Couldn't find a way through. But at the moment, your top 3 is Mitzi, Hush, Corey Marshall, Rollers, Rosina, Pigeon, Turbo, Deagle, Dyslexic, Lando, Miguel, Cully, Dog, Legends, Aldaf, Easton. He's lost a load of positions and got front wing damage. Smokey in 16th, Mansell in 17th, and Sisu in 18th. And breathe in slightly.
We can breathe for a minute until we get to the next overtaking point.
Yep.
But
As we go through the Scari now with our race leader with RSR close behind and also Corey Marshall. Let's keep an eye on everybody going through the exit of the Scari and make sure they don't lose any rear ends. Let's keep it nice and clean so far through the Scari. And everybody has to keep it nice and clean. No losing rear ends, no rear ends flying or anywhere. Round the power bunker we go. We've got it just overtaking Eagles there for 10 positions. Power bunker is now under threat with Nat Dog. Nat Dog now takes the position that looks like into the pits. He's now coming up. He's in 10th and behind Legends. Biggles AI is defending against his own teammate. That is going to cost him, and now loses the position to Easton, and now Diggles has lost the position to. Oh, it's Easton has spun! Easton has spun and being pushed by Diggles AI and heavily lost his front wing on the right there. Our championship leader is having the race from hell right now. Our race leader is not Easton, our championship leader.
It's quite interesting at the minute. These top 3 are just leaving everyone else behind at the moment.
Yes, the top 3 has left everybody to dust. We've got Lando on the back of Dyslexic here, trying to go for the move for 8th place. And we're going through the Scari on the Mercedes driver right now.
Oh, that
rear ends. Yeah, rear end trying to escape in there. He had to compromise his line to keep hold of it. He touches the gravel slightly. As we got right on board with the Red Bull driver RSR Hush. Takes the fastest lap and right on the gearbox off Mitzi, but Mitzi looks like he's got a bit more of the straight line speed down here. So we'll comfortably hold position as the race leader. No other changes thus far.
So there's no DMS to help people around here with it being wet, of course, so you got to rely purely on the
RS. Yep, set up and overtake.
And also
it's the only thing you can rely on. Oh yeah, and drive it.
Yeah, we can keep listing things if you want. Traction or tyre
traction, ABS, stuff like that. Who knows?
Tyre temperatures.
That's the main one.
Yeah, keeping the tyres cool.
Tyre temperatures, tyre awareness.
Don't get too cool at the same time. It's a bit of an upward balance sometimes in this car, especially with so it's going so well so far. These guys have either been a few incidents with Eastland and Eagles not exactly being here right now, but everyone's still in the race, everyone's still got a chance of winning. Safety car could change everything at any
3
time.
laps in at the moment. Yeah, safety car can jump in at any moment. We're only 3 laps in so far.
Oh,
about to start our 4th lap now.
Dyslexic.
And gets past Dyslexic. but Dyslexic is trying to fight back. Here comes Dyslexic, he is fighting back. He's going to go even deeper into the inside line as we come towards the first chicane. Late braking for the Renault driver. And we'll get the position back from the Mercedes car. Great stuff there from the Renault driver.
Hard but fair racing is what you like to do. I don't think Lando will be too happy.
Hard but fair.
It's racing.
Stiggles is now joined back in. He's in 16th.
Mansell's just dropped a place as well.
Yep, Mansell loses a position to Zizou MX. Not looking good for Mansell so far. He's got front wing damage. He's missing the right end plate on that McLaren.
Mitzi's struggling
with
to pull that
Mitzi. Yep, it looks like Karch had a little terrible exit at the exit of Ascari, which brings Coy Marshall right into his back. The spray does look insane as Diggles has disconnected again.
Not going well for him today, Diggles. Won't be enjoying this. 16 seconds.
Coy Marshall gets the fastest lap. Lando was pretty much on the gearbox of the Renault car to sink Dyslexic, but now Dyslexic pulls away slightly from Lando with the straight line speed of that Renault car he's got. So it looks like Lando's got a good downforce car with a perfect match with the straight line speed to go with it around here in Monza. Oh, it's Dyslexic actually loses the rear end slightly at the exit of the chicane. Now really brings Lando into play, but here comes actually Kid Cudi on Lando. Actual 5-second time penalty for corner cutting.
How big of a corner cut was that? 5 seconds ago.
I don't know.
Huge.
Matt Vecina 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings.
Oh, well, these two here, Lando and Dyslexic, got two people who can sustain right now in these wet conditions. Doing an absolutely brilliant job trying to
We
get
see
the back.
Lando here on the back of the Renault driver trying to find a way past the Renault as we come towards Ascari. They still can't find a way past that Renault.
Very nice driving here, very respectful.
Very nice driving between these two. Look how close they are. They're going to go side by side into the Parabolica. Late braking from Lando. He's going to go around the outside of Dyslexic at the Parabolica. Holds it around the outside. He is holding it around the outside. He gets past him. A move there from Lando with these tricky conditions. Getting past Dyslexic there around the outside of the Parabolica. But Dyslexic is fighting back. Trying to go for the outside, which switches to the inside in the first chicane. Contact between the two. And more contact at the exit as we now go around the right hand of Curva Grande. And Dyslexic will retake the position back from Lando. And now Kid Cudi is trying to join in. He's on the inside of Lando into the second chicane.
Well,
But backs off, cuts the corner slightly. But he's trying to go. He backs off as well there. He's having a look at the inside of Lando into the Lesmo. Looks like Harsh has now dropped off to mid-C. The gap between them two is now 1.2 seconds. As we're still on board with this battle between Kid Cudi, Lando happening.
When you go for that sort of overtakes in these conditions, like you've got to put people just behind, you go for an overtake and it goes a little bit wrong. You know, Lando nearly showed us how it can go really very badly, and instead of gaining a place, you lose one.
Yeah, definitely. Mitty goes fastest lap. We got yellow flags in sector 2.
Okay, that's Diggles.
At the Lesmo, that is Diggles spinning. And all the way down into last position now. Lando and Cudi, Lando and Dyslexic is going back at it again. Into the first chicane we go. Late braking for the Mercedes. Contact between the two. More contact. line up the rears the Mercedes driver is. And now Kid Cudi is coming up and getting past the Mercedes driver for 9th place. Now Cudi is trying to has a look and thought there was contact there, but he tried to have a look at this exit into the second chicane, but doesn't go for it. He knows he's too far back, so he wasn't going to risk anything. Great driving we got here between these three. This is what we love to see.
Legends is also catching the back of this as well, so Legends can easily get his hands into this as well.
Yes, definitely. I'm going to ride on board with Corey Marshall. He is close to the back of RSF1. AlphaTauri, Honda versus Honda. AlphaTauri versus Red Bull. Sister versus sister.
That sounds like some sort of good product. Anyway,
yeah. But here we go. Corey Marshall in the sister car of the Red Bull. Has a little look, but he's too far back from the Red Bull driver. Look how close he is to the back of that Red Bull and breaking into the first chicane then. Okay, good exit. Switches to overtake. Look at the gap. He's closing. Hush goes defensive. And Corey Marshall will take second place from Hush. Marshall picks up another 5-second time penalty, this time for speeding in the pit lane.
nothing too happy to say.
On the back of dyslexic now. Irish Boss on the chat saying goodbye, and it's helped Turbo pull 4.7 away. Yes, Turbo is 4.7 seconds ahead of these three here with this battle happening. These three are having a great battle. Hamilton's back and forth.
What would you do then if you was one of the people behind midfield? Would you try and get an undercut potentially and in a couple of attempts to try and close the gap? Or what would you do?
Hard to say at the moment, it's still early in the race, but an undercut can happen, but at the same time, this track is known for a very powerful undercut, but at the same time, a very powerful overcut as well.
Depends on how the conditions play out as well. We never know.
Yeah, it depends how the conditions play out.
It's very weird listening to the cars going on, so it sounds like the engine almost puts out. It's like,
yeah, that's the electrical part of the car. I do hate the hybrid era, to be fair. I prefer the V10 and the V12 eras.
I don't think
Mansell picks up a 3-second time penalty.
V8's too bad.
V8s, they wouldn't be too bad, but I grew up, I've always been watching like the V10s and V12 and listen to the high-pitched screaming when they hit 7th gear, max speed. Oh, it was beautiful.
I wish we could see it again, to be honest. I do miss them, like I say, but
I do miss them. I love
I
to
don't
see it
miss
back.
listening to it. Going electric is the way forward, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately it is. Electric is the way forward. Kid Cudi picks up a 3-second time penalty. Oh, Dyslexic gets a little loose on the exit of a Ascari there.
Those behind will be looking to capitalise on that mistake there. Especially
Cudi is capitalising. Very brave. It hits the back of the Renault driver. This goes spinning. And might potentially have front wing damage. No, he doesn't. But Lando and Pigeon is in the pits.
Oh, it's Insta's for Pigeon.
Ooh, that is a very interesting call. Indeed, Mr. Pigeon Munch has opted to go for the intermediate tyres. We will keep an eye on that.
He's the only one out of the three that pitted to do so.
Yes, he's the only out of the three drivers to pit for Inters we will keep an eye on him, see if he closes that gap to Zizou. And the gap is currently 5.0 seconds. Zizou actually disconnected, so he'll probably catch up to him. But we will also keep an eye on his lap times.
I've got the gap to lead it up, and it's currently at 30.7, so I'm going to see if he closes in on the leader. No, he's lost nearly a second already. Oh wow. Yeah, I don't think it's into his time, but he's going to go quick there. I mean, the race is still down a little bit now. No potential overtakes anytime soon. So, I'm going to go for a bit of a off-topic question. But it's to do with the race though. But what are you expecting from the rest of this race? Do you think we'll have a safety car? Do you think we'll see anything that'll spice it up, I guess? Do you think there'll be anything at all?
I will probably say at some point we might see a virtual safety car, maybe a full caution safety car coming out. But at the moment, everything's going so well. We've only had a couple of spinners, but no retirements so far. We still got our full 18 drivers.
No, and I wasn't expecting this to be honest. I was expected to be at this point now and have maybe one or two times, you know, like someone maybe hitting someone off or two people colliding and going off the sky or something, someone trying to be a bit optimistic, but credit to all these
Pigeon has lost the position to Lando.
Mansell's called it a day.
Oh, Mansell's retired in the pits.
Yeah.
So at the moment, looks like the Inters are not up to speed so far.
Gen Legends with a quick clap there.
This looks like Pigeon goes for a little spin as well as Sky loses another position.
Yeah, I think the Inters was a bad call for him, unfortunately. He was catching up to Aldaf, but obviously Zizou, so. But obviously he disconnected, so.
And now Pigeon into the pits, gets a 5 seconds for speeding. He's going back onto the full wet tyres.
10-second time penalty, what?
Zizou 10-second time penalty for exceeding track limits.
Another 5, what?
And another 5.
What is going on?
I don't know.
I just went on board with him to see how he was driving, see if he was like trying to take someone out or something, but
It's very weird.
It's very weird, especially when it was like turn 1. Did he put the entire turn 1 or something? Because that's crazy.
It's weird.
I've seen 5-second penalties before for like a severe corner cut, but I've never seen a 10-second penalty on the team before. That I'm so confused. I already had a headache on the way started. I've nearly been contemplating my headache, but I was like, thought it would go anyway. But I've got even another headache trying to think of how he's got 15-second penalties in one sector. And there's a car going slow. It's Biggles. I don't think he's here still though.
Biggles.
Oh, I think he is here.
He is it.
Yep, especially that mistake. That definitely wasn't an AI making that mistake.
Boss says in the chat you have to cut massively to get a 10-second time penalty. As Mitzi, our race leader, has just picking up a 3-second time penalty.
I think by the end of this race,
Corey
I'm
Marshall is closing in.
pull that gap on Corey Marshall. I think with the way it's going.
You know, we don't know about the moment. Corey Marshall is actually closing the gap to Mitzi. The gap is 2.1.
I'm gonna look at Corey Marshall, see if he's got any ones in penalty. He's got 2 warnings, so he's close to a penalty himself as well.
Corey Marshall goes fastest with another fastest lap.
And Push has got 3 warnings, so yeah, there's a few of the top drivers are looking nearly at penalties.
Hush is in the pits.
Yep, beat me to it. God damn you! I want to come to your house and just whack you around the head and just be like, stop stealing my words, woman.
Wait, oh, you woman. I'm a man.
Questionable. I'm not a mouse. I think you're more of a mouse. Anyway,
Hey.
sorry, I'm being a bit rude. I do apologise for that. I'm not really this nasty. I am, but shh.
Back to our scheduled programme.
Thank you for returning from
Cuddy.
me.
Yep. Cuddy is close to the back of Alda for 12th position here.
Oh gosh. We're looking further down than I was expecting to for a battle, I'm not going to lie.
Yep. But at the moment, here in Italy, we've got one supposed Scuderia car doing well and the other one doing not so well. We've got Mazzina in 4th, well, after Harsh's pit stop, and Alda in 12th.
Oh, mid-season.
And our race leader, Mitzi, is in the pits. So is Dave Columbus.
I'm looking to see where if he'll come out ahead of Bush still, because they were quite close together at the time.
Yep.
Ooh, he's got come out ahead, but he's in traffic, which went downhill. Well, not in traffic, because it's only like 2
That
cars.
dog gets the 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
And Mitzi needs to be a bit careful though, because he's got 2 cars ahead of him that haven't pitted yet, so he needs to be careful not to lose too much time to Hush, with, especially with that penalty he now got. Actually, Legends are looking at as simple as that's it. Been an absolute cracking race so far. We're enjoying it. We've had a bit of a quiet period, but it's now fun to get a bit entertaining again, so we'll look forward to seeing how these drivers get along. There's RG and
We've got
Legends.
Legends on the back of Dyslexic here for 2nd place, but also Midzi coming into it as well.
Yeah, look at that run that Midzi's got on IGN as well, so Midzi could
No,
make...
fresh stop, fresh wet, shall I say. Here we go, here comes Midzi.
And they're a little bit cautious now.
Look how close he gets to the back of that racing point at the Parabolica.
Needs good exit, good traction as soon as that goes into the pit then. Gets out of the way.
Dyslexic's in the pit, so is Corey Marshall. Legend stays out. Midzi will retake the race lead. Corey Marshall comes out the pits. And comes out the pits ahead of RSF Harsh.
1 minute's really quite crucial here though, is how long IGN stays out. Because he could potentially block Corey Marshall push from catching up to Midzi. But I think IGN will be in either this lap or the next. Because then Reds won't be it's going in.
Yeah, he'll definitely hit soon with those 15 lap full wet tyres of his.
Here's the thing, do you
Especially
remember
around this
some of the older F1 things where you used to have to take wets? It feels good with the race. You can take wets from start to finish and you didn't have to take them the rules at the time. It feels like F1 2014.
Oh yeah.
That was awesome. If you could just pull off a
Diggles.
0 stop race, that was quality.
Yeah, Diggles gets a 3-second time penalty for exceeding track limits.
Diggles is not having fun. 33 seconds behind the next guy ahead of him, like no one behind him. So.
Yeah, there's no one behind Diggles.
And he's about to get left as well. Oh, there's
he's about to get
there between the leader and Diggles there. That was so close to being a crash, but I think it just got away with it and Diggles just called it a day.
Yeah, Diggles called it a day.
Oh, the controversy.
So,
if he took out Mitzi, then that would have been very controversial.
Yeah, that would have been very unfortunate there. So at the moment, 2 retirements, Mansell and Diggles and McLaren and the Racing Point on the race for at the moment. So far, one McLaren done terribly, the other's doing really well. One Racing Point is doing quite a good job, the other Racing Point is doing terrible. And you got one Racing Point. He's doing a marvellous job. He's on the back of Legends, of course, who hasn't picked yet. Diggles has left, not disconnected. It's actually Corey Marshall hits the back of the Racing Point into the second Lesmo.
Don't think
I don't know if that's from wing damage. I don't think that is. Now Corey Marshall goes for the inside into a Scurry, and what the hell?
You just disconnected apparently.
Yeah, I just been kicked out. You must be signed into Xbox Live. What the hell?
I'll keep you notified if anything goes on with these leaders. IGN Legends is still on the back of Corey Marshall. Not doing a great deal with it, and RSF1 Eastern is on the back on that dog, who is looking to work his way back up the grid after early incidents in this race. So, no invitation just yet, so if you can get your ass into gear, you'll be back before you miss anything.
I'm trying.
IGN Legends is closing in on that gap to Point Marshall, but he's backed off a little bit. I think he might have made a bit of a mistake. I did just miss it because I was looking at the battle further back. But he's now lost a bit of time to RSR Hush. But Corey Marshall is only 1.5 seconds behind Midzi. So Midzi, with that 3-second penalty, is a bit of a disadvantage currently.
Right, we're back into the lobby. We're just joining any minute. After that little unfortunate thing that happened, and Brundle saying first one highlights videos on YouTube. Second, still have the 2-hour-ish full live stream, but adding a 15-minute summary of each race of highlights. Yep. Right, and we are back here in the race. And Legends still hasn't appeared. And we just come towards the Parabolica now, but Hush is now got overtaken by Hush. So Legends will have to pit now.
He's causing a few issues for these guys, isn't he? Legends. Yep. Obviously not.
He is staying out. Legends is staying out.
Is he doing the 0 stop like I was mentioning?
Oh, we got yellow flags. That is Aldaf. He has lost a Scary.
I don't think he's got any damage though, from what I can see on his car. He looks okay.
No damage from what I can see.
You're copying me, I swear. I swear you're just trying to copyright. Michael, I don't like this guy. Copying my words.
XF Turbo catching up to the back of Brazina. Ferrari power versus Ferrari power.
Comments. Oh, it's not doing with my ears. It's going down the straights. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like the just the engine sounds. It's horrible. I can't be that bothering. I'm sorry, I can't watch that. I'm not doing that.
First battle we got Turbo and Brazina, but at the moment as well, our other closest battle is our championship leader, who's down. He's not having a great race so far. He's down into 12th. He's battling the Haas car of Natdog in 11th place.
Thing is, even with Eastman not scoring any points, so currently in this position, he will still be top of the standings regardless because he's got a 35-point lead. So
Yes, and Lando's only in 8th, so that is what, 4 points?
I think so, yeah. So it'll be a 31-point lead. I think it depends on Corey Marshall, because if Corey Marshall can get the lead, it'd be less. But I think Corey Marshall will take
Maybe.
it.
Here comes Easton. On board with the Mercedes driver. Pushes the inside. Dudley trying to go for it. Plus, Easton's been on those wet tyres after pitting earlier for 16 laps now. But we got Corey Marshall actually closing the gap to Mitzi. The gap is 1.0. Here comes the AlphaTauri.
Corey Marshall has got the quick qualifying.
Where have I seen this before?
Hmm?
Almost deja vu.
What?
What doesn't this kind of looks familiar? McLaren battling an AlphaTauri for the lead, but if you think about it the other way around,
Wasn't that this year when Gasly won?
Italy this year, where Gasly would have to defend from Carlos Sainz.
Oh gosh.
It was AlphaTauri versus McLaren. Now at this rate, it is McLaren, AlphaTauri versus McLaren. But the other way around. Mitzi has to defend against Corey Marshall. This is like Sainz and Gasly, but like they switched positions.
Well, Corey Marshall have a penalty
Marshall's-
as well, so they are on equal
Oh yes,
things.
Corey Marshall does have a penalty, so at the moment, if the race stands as it, Mitzi does have a time penalty, so if the race stays as it is, Corey Marshall will win the race. Mitzi in second with Hush in
No,
third.
Corey Marshall's got a penalty as well. They both got 3 seconds.
Do they both got 3 seconds?
Yes.
Oh, so this is the race to the end still.
I'm just checking everyone else. Bush doesn't have any penalties. Legends is penalty galore. He's got two penalties and probably going to get a third by the end of the race.
Yep.
Numbers is clean.
We'll give it to the start of lap 23, and we will let you go down the penalties situations.
Alexander Quinn looks
That
very
whole-
mistake.
Yeah.
It's just so interesting at the top that you just kind of want to know what's going on.
Yeah.
I wish, like, you can bring up the little tab stand, the spectator menu. I wish you could bring up, like, a penalty tab.
Yes.
That would be so helpful. Please, Masters, please can we have that? Much appreciated.
In a moment, everybody's starting to spread out a bit, but Corey Marshall is closing the gap to Mitzi. At the same time, we have got Turbo on the back of Tomic
I
Brazina.
was just about to mention that.
Now, I've been watching that gap getting closer and closer.
So am I! God's sake.
At the moment, Dave Columbus is closing the gap slightly to Legends. The gap is 2.0. Of course, Legends still hasn't pitted.
I am curious to know if he is going to go to the end or if he's going to push them out fastest
If
lap or something.
Legends is going to pull a 0 stop race, as Dave Columbus has actually picks up a time penalty. Legends pulls out a no stop race. I'll give him credit for that. I'll hands down give credit. Corey Marshall goes fastest. Corey Marshall is closing. Here comes the AlphaTauri.
It does feel very weird when you mention that, like, real life races. Just, I feel very weird watching this.
Yeah.
I kind of wish you didn't mention it, to be honest, then I wouldn't remember.
Yeah. But here we go. Dave's Rombers is actually closing the gap. It's now 1.8. Rombers is still going. On lap 23 or 27. Want to go through the penalties?
Sure. So,
Let's do it.
Mitzi has a penalty plus 2 warnings, so he needs to be a little bit careful. Corey Marshall has 1 penalty with 1 extra warning, so he looks okay. Push has got 3 warnings with no penalty, so he's unbridgeable. Agent has got 2 penalties and like 3 warnings on top of that. Dave's Rombers is 1 penalty, which he's just got, apparently. Topic, he's got 2 penalties and 2 warnings, I think. Maybe 3. I don't know.
Brazilian up. Picks up another time penalty.
Who?
But sorry to cut you here. Oh, Corey Marshall! Corey Marshall's lost it! He's out!
Oh,
And
safety
we've got
car.
a safety car!
Wow. That
This is perfect timing for Legends! He's just going around the parabolica.
And he's in.
Legends are... Wow!
Wow. What did he make of this?
What has just happened? Corey Marshall was right on the gearbox of Missy and loses the rear end of the exit parabolica and is now out of the race. We've got a full caution safety car here on lap 24-27. Missy leading the race with Hush in second, Rombers in third, Rosina fourth, Turbo fifth, Lando sixth, Dyslexic seventh, Cuddy eighth, Legends very close behind him in ninth after making that pit stop. Easton is in the points. Knackdog in 11th, Smokey in 12th, Pigeon will be 13th, Caesar in 14th, and Aldaf in 15th.
I'm speechless at this point. It's going to be very weird because when they cross the line, they'll be on lap 25 or 27. The safety car's going to go straight back in the pits because that's how the coding works in this game.
Yep.
And
Legends.
It's going to be like 1 lap shootout
and
or 2 lap shootout.
Yeah, definitely. And if you think about it as well, Legends as well. He just came into the pits and gone for those fresh, wet tyres. After spending 23 laps on them. Near enough. 23 laps on those tyres. No, I don't think he did. I was on board. He looked really close, but I don't think he hit the back. I think he just lost the rear end by putting the power a bit too early.
Can I point out? I think let's Hush maybe. Let me check Hush real quick.
Hush has no penalties,
Hush
so
has
Hush
no
could
penalties, yeah. That's what I was about to
because of the
mention.
safety car, Hush has got a chance to win this.
And Lando has no penalties either, so Lando could jump well up the boards if he can keep within gaps of people. This grid isn't going to finish as it is now. I don't think this is going to be so mixed up. Surely the safety car's only going to do this 1 lap though. Not everyone's going to catch up though, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I would like to see everyone catch up to the safety car queue. That'd be nice to see, but I don't think we are. Yeah, it's going back in. I can see the green light. It's going in.
Yep. Rundle in the chat saying big opportunity for Lando to close into Easton's lead in the tyre. Right, it is, but it's going to be tough now because the safety car notification has already popped up. It is in this lap. 2 laps to go. Mitzi with 3-second time penalty. Pigeon just picks up a 3-second time penalty, but Mitzi with a 3-second time penalty. He has to, in 2 laps, open 3 seconds to Hush to win this race.
Tell you what, the person who's probably in the best position
punching up.
is going to be Dave's Rombus and the cars behind him, because their tyres would be warmer than the guys that were behind the safety car.
Especially Legends as well, who is on those fresh wets as soon as he pitted for that safety car.
He's got too many penalties. I think he's got like 3 penalties. So
No, yeah, true. But here we go. We are back racing again. Here in Monza, the safety car is in. Hush is on the back of Mincy. We see straight line speed. We see kind of a late break in there from Hush, trying to go for a move on it. Mincy there, but can't find a way. Lando picks up a 3-second time penalty. As Dyslexic has gone for a spin at the exit of the chicane.
This is all over the place at the minute, but it's got very
1 lap to
competitive.
go. It is now kicking off. Hush on the back of Mitzi. Rhombus on the back of Hush. Zeno on the back of Rhombus.
They're all holding
Yes,
hands for these final
definitely
laps.
K-Mag. Here we go for the 2-lap dash of the race. We've got yellow flags in sector 1, 2 and 3. That is Caesar MX retiring from the session. We've got Smoky McBates. Loses the rear end at the second chicane. Mitzi is pulling. Hush is struggling. Right now. At the moment, Hush will win the Grand Prix due to Mitzi's time penalty.
Look at Tomic though. Tomic is closing that gap quickly on Dave Wonders. But no ERS to push that up this final corner, so it's going to be a bit of a disadvantage for them.
Yes, definitely. Legends picks up another 3 second. Another 3 seconds time penalty as we start the final lap of this Italian Grand Prix. Anyone's game now, but at the moment Hush could win the Italian Grand Prix. Legends is on the back of Lando for 7th place, but might be due to penalties. Legends might get 8th, maybe go lower. We don't know.
We have to see what happens. There's a lot of penalties flying around with people trying to push for late places.
Yep. Definitely. At the moment, we've just gone through the second Lesmo. The gap between the top two is 1.0. As it stands, Missy will win the race on track, but will finish second due to time penalties. As they go around the back straight now for the final time and come towards the Parabolica for the final time. We go on board with Mitzi. He has done really well to hold this race win. He will cross the line in first, but due to the penalty, he will not win the race. Mitzi crosses the line in first. Hush will win the Italian Grand Prix and crashes his car in celebration. Mitzi in second, Rhombus in third. Turbo in fourth, Dyslexic in fifth, Cuddy in sixth, Lando in Eastern. The two Mercedes will finish 7th and 8th. Brazino in 9th, Legends will finish 10th, Natdog in 11th, Pigeon Munch will finish 12th, Smoky McBates is under threat with Aldaf actually for 13th place.
The end for.
It's not finished yet. We've still got the last two cars to finish the race, and Aldaf will take 13th position, so Aldaf crossed the line in 13th. But Smokey will get it due to penalties. Woo! What voice is going? Woo! What a race! Ah! What a turn of events in the final stages of the race. It was going so well for Corey Marshall. He had the win in his grasp as he was closing to Mitzi and going for the battle for that lead. But loses the rear end in Parabolica, brings out the safety car, punches up the grid ever so slightly for only a lap or two. So it comes in for the final 2 laps of the race. Mitzi unfortunately had a 3-second time penalty. He finished second, and that gives Red Bull the top step on the podium here in Monza.
I was just fighting everyone while he was talking there, sorry.
That's fine. As you want to invite the top 3 into the podium, into the party now. But to go for the rundown here, Hush wins here in Monza with Mitzi in second, Rhombus in third, Turbo in Alfa Romeo will finish fourth, Dyslexic in fifth, so good points for Renault there. Cardi in sixth, both Mercedes will finish seventh and eighth, Easton behind his teammate there. Points for Brazina, who finishes in 9th, Legends in 10th, Nat Dog in 11th, Pigeon Munch in 12th, Smokey McBates in 13th, Aldaf, and finally Aldaf in 14th, and then and Sizu in 15th, and our retirements, Corey Marshall with an unfortunate crash there, finishes 16th, Diggles in 17th, and RSF1 Mansell in 18th. As we got the top 3 in the party, make sure you include your audios there, guys. How do you want to do this, Monster Skyline? Who do you want to interview?
I'm not very good at interviews, so I'll let you decide whether you want me to be dodgy with first and third, or if you want me to just be just dodgy
third and
second.
No, wait, who are we missing?
We're missing Dazed, Rhombus. I have invited him.
We're missing Dazed, Rhombus. Okay. Wait for him to join. I'll do third in the race winner. You do second. We just wait a couple of minutes for Rhombus to join the party. Hopefully he can.
Hopefully he joins. Grab a cup while you wait. Maybe go to a Pizza Hut or something. Grab a quick pizza. Maybe go to Domino's and get some of the chocolate orange cookies that they've got out. We'll just get it delivered.
Yeah. And looks like we're getting nothing from Days Rhombus. Right, so should we just start on the second place? So you want to start us off with the commentary there, Monster Skyline?
Sure. Mitzi, you are here. Have you got your audio?
Yeah.
Oh, you had the lead of the race for quite a while. Unfortunately, you got that penalty that set you back into second place, but you controlled the race quite well. You got put under pressure a little bit towards the end by Corey Marshall, but unfortunately, you had that crash. Tell us from your point of view, what was it like driving today? Like, obviously, full wet conditions, so it must have been a bit awkward. So, how was it for you?
I enjoyed it, to be fair. I didn't bother doing any full wet practice, so the start was quite sketchy, but yeah, it was fun. It was fun with Corey as well. I knew he had the penalty when he was catching me, and we could have been battling on that straight, and I just looked back and I see he's lost it. So, I mean, obviously I got unlucky with the safety car, but again, it's my problem for having the penalty, so excuse me, hold on to Hush anyway.
I mean, you did catch us both a little bit off guard because, not meaning in any offence, but me and the streamer, we did put Connor as our favourite for pole, and then when you said that 118.5, it was just like, huh? Who's going to be able to beat that?
Yeah, I was quite surprised it was pole, but
yeah, but quite convincing pole fair in the end.
Yeah, I think, like including myself, a lot of people got their second runs like Q3, so it is what it is.
So moving on to the next track then around Singapore, what are you feeling for that? You're looking forward to it, you're hating it? What's your mindset for that?
I don't really like it, to be honest. Just finish the race.
I mean, maybe if it's raining, you might be able to get another podium again. You never know, because you seem to be loving the rain. So if it can rain down there for you, then you probably have another joy of a race.
Yeah, hopefully.
Anything you want to ask yourself? Or?
No, just. Oh, sorry. I was going to say okay, well done. So
No.
hush again. Anyway.
No, that's okay. Yeah, definitely a great drive there from you, Missy. Unfortunately, did get that time of second place, but great drive today. That was a really good drive you driven there today. It was very good.
Thanks, man.
Yep, no problem. Right, as we now head to our race winner, RSR Hush. You must be surprised here to win the race. To be fair, would you? Qualified third, I think it was, and then or maybe don't know where it was, but having a great start there with the full wets, trying to challenge Mitzi into turn 1 at the start of the race, and then of course you're having a great, you, Corey Marshall, and Mitzi having a great battle and putting away from everybody else. But going towards the pit stop phase, it's starting to drop after when Corey Marshall, to be fair, overtakes you, and then looks like you were just settling for third, but until after a few laps to the end, Corey Marshall had that incident, crashed out, you got second place, and then the safety car came out. Was you aware of Mitzi having a 3-second time penalty?
Yes, but I wasn't bothered because it was like 6 seconds ahead. So when I saw it, I was like, oh my god, it's my time. So yeah, exciting times.
Yeah, definitely exciting times for the Red Bull there. I'm trying not to be biased here. But yeah, definitely great times for you now, over the moon winning that race. Next week, we head to Singapore. A favourite track of yours? Hopefully we get to speak to you in the podium again.
I like driving the track, don't about the pace. I'm not doing F1 in a week, so it's part of me won this race, so don't know what's going to happen next week.
Okay, and well, hopefully we'll get to speak to you again in the podium next week in Singapore. Any questions from you, Monster?
No, just congratulations to prepare you for getting onto the podium, and yeah, it's entertaining to watch. It was fun, so thank you for the display, I guess.
It's a fun driver.
Yep. Yeah, definitely. As I've pretty much been saying the whole season, except from the 2 races I missed, which was Hungary and Britain. F1 never disappoints. The top tier division never disappoints. They're shown everywhere. So tune in tomorrow for the. I think it's the F. Is it? Is there a race? Yes,
F4.
there's a race tomorrow. Who is it tomorrow? Yeah, thank you for the F4 division tomorrow, taking the Temple of Speed of Monza. I don't know who will be streaming and commentating for that. I can't remember.
Bundle.
But is it Brundle?
Yeah.
Brundle. So tune in tomorrow at 8 o'clock for the 4th division, taking Italy for the final time with Brundle streaming before we head to Singapore next week with the 2nd tier division, which should be streamed by Primus Gaming and Vettel, I think it is, on Sunday for the first race at Singapore. But till then, I'm your streamer, LR Blazerguns, my co-commentator, Monster Skyline, and your, well, I would say top 3, but your top 2, RSR Harsh, RSR race winner, and Mitzi in 2nd place. Till then, stay safe. We'll see you next time.